I'm going to teach you some different
stream
forms of
starting.
lightsaber combat. Okay. To start off, we are going to do some exotics drills. So if you guys could step to the side here, thank you. We're going to start with, oh, thank you. We're going to start with Anthony and I doing dual wielding and saber staff. Okay. So Anthony, get your mask on. You can do wheel. We wear fencing masks and lacrosse gloves. We take safety very important. I'm wearing extra armor. You don't see Colin and Elton are wearing extra armor. We're doing like Saber Legion style, so we're using heavy grade blades, maybe a little bit more forceful. For the other people, they're using big grade blades and a little bit lighter, but still deadly. But fencing mask covers your face and your neck, so very important. I highly recommend if you're going to do any kind of lightsaber combat, wear yourself a fencing mask. They're really cheap and easy, and it covers your face for safety. So, you ready? Okay, Vince, you're up next, so get ready. Bodhi, do the next slide, please. Sorry, next. This slide. Okay, ready? Nice, clean to the head. Get up for that. Sorry, hold on. That's okay. Good. So right now they're just sparring. This is how we normally train. Just spar. You keep going. You do honor calls. So you can call your hands. We're not being competitive right now. We're just playing and learning, testing stuff. You know if you got hit. You know if you hit the person. That's basically how it goes. When it comes to nice, good on, guys. Okay. We'll do a round with the staff later. Very good, very good. So when it comes to doing staff and dual wielding, that's kind of, we're just starting to do that in our school. We take things actually it's very geeky and fun, but we kind of take it serious and we want to actually do real good, effective techniques. And so we're still progressing with that. Right now, I think I can get about like 10 volunteers, up to 10 volunteers, and we're going to go over some drills for the basics of lightsaber combat, sheet show, the first form in lightsaber combat. If you want the first 10 people to line up right here and participate. Elton, Claire, walk around with projectors. Can you guys get 10 working sabers out? Four, 6, that's fine. And if you want to watch, that's great. We're going to be doing some more epic battles very shortly. You're going to see some of the training techniques that we're going to do right now. I'm going to have you guys actually stand over there and face the audience. So come. Stand over here, behind me. Yeah, you'll come over here and you'll get a saber in a second. Come behind me. What do you have over there? We need one right here. Sorry. And we need one. You step forward here. Move over a little bit. Other way, other way. Okay. You're good right there. You're right here. You can come right here. And you're good right there, I think. Okay. So, we're going to go into Shicho guard. We're going to do some basic attacks and basic defense. I'm going to do it with my back. So, for number one, we're going to hit the forehead. Okay, and for today, we're going to okay. Go to the forehead. Okay, now go to the top of the head. Okay, now we're going to go diagonal. Diagonal. Horizontal side of the head. Horizontal side of the head. Now we're going to go horizontal to the shoulder. Horizontal to the shoulder. Okay, bring it down and do a rising cut. Bring it down the other side, rising cut. Now we're going to step to the hands. Okay, so we're going to do it a couple more times. To the forehead, 1. Top of the head, 2. Diagonal, 3. Diagonal, 4. Side of the head, 5. Side of the head, 6. Horizontal to the shoulder, 7. Horizontal, 8. Rising cut, 9. Rising cut, 10. And thrust. Okay? One more time. I'm going to face you guys. Okay, you're looking pretty good. And no smiling in lightsaber combat. It's absolutely not allowed. Okay, very serious. So, forehead. Top of the head. Diagonal. Diagonal. Side of the head. Side of the head. Shoulder. Shoulder. Rising cut. Rising cut. Thrust. Okay, now let's go some defense. Okay, so going to guard. We're going to block the head. Okay, so bring it up. Good, and remember, with the lightsaber, we don't want to block like this, because the lightsaber will cut right through the hilt. We want to block like this, okay? And make sure it's above your head. Yes, very good, okay. So, start over in guard. Defense high. Diagonal defense. It's like the diagonal attack, except you're going to bring your elbows in a little bit. Go to diagonal the other way. Okay? Vertical. And vertical to the side. Okay? Bring it low. And bring it low the other way. And then from this low position, we're just going to snap back into this guard to defend this thrust. Okay, so now with my back. Lock high. Diagonal. Diagonal. Vertical. Vertical. Bring it low. Bring it low, and then snap it up. Okay, nice. That's Form 1 Shicho. Two-handed, it's rounded, it's like good for battlefield situations, it's good for like the foundation of combat. We are going to be doing some more. You guys are welcome to volunteer again. You guys are welcome to volunteer as well. We're going to start getting into some battle street. So if you guys could please put the sabers down over here. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody. Is a good international organization that has clubs everywhere, and they do awesome sparring with lots of armor. So I'm going to introduce the 2 Saber Legion people that are going to be sparring. I'm going to do a demo match against both of them, and then they're going to spar to get into the finals. The finals, Cody, can you hold up the leg? Master Yoda is holding that. The winner of the Saber Ohana Showdown is going to get the lay of the golden lightsaber over there. So very excited, yes. Okay, Cody, can you do the first intro? Okay. So, for the Saber Ohana Showdown, round number 1. we have Colin, aka Colin Magistro Chalk. So give it up for Colin Magistro Chalk. He is a Jedi Knight in shining armor. Even don't let him fool you. He's wearing black right now. Colin is a longtime fencer, a longtime historical Italian longsword combatant. He runs a fencing school here in Honolulu. He runs an Italian longsword school. He basically has a sword in his hand more than he doesn't. Okay? Colin has, he likes to press the attack with both the Taru and Gemso. If you like what you see, come to our panel tomorrow. Historical and science fiction swordplay from 5:15 to 7:15 in this room. It's going to be very hands-on, and you're going to see Colin in all his gear doing fencing and longsword. Okay.
That sounds pretty cool.
And next, we have Elton, aka Flyboy Fujii. Elton is he is a great supporter of the Hawaii Saber Legion Charter, the Hawaii Daffodiri. He's very dedicated and loves buying all kinds of armor. He hopes to travel to the big TSL tournament in Vegas next year. Elton is known for taking big risks, so watch out if you're up against him.
Yes,
the
it does
first
sound
demo is
proud.
team versus both of them, okay? And we're going to go to 10 points for 3 minutes. Hey, can you
I may have missed it. Do they have how long each person has been training?
I'm sorry, say that again, Alan.
How long each person has been training? I know they have previous experience, but I just didn't hear how long they were training.
I don't know if he gave a dollars and cents figure, but I know he said Colin's been doing it like ages and ages, I guess.
I think he said what they train, but not how long they train.
I don't think he really said, just that they do it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you on this.
And I do know that Colin has a very very storied history with like sport fencing in particular.
Indeed. Yeah, I got to talk to him when I was in Hawaii last year. Pretty cool guy.
He was on San Diego Sabres show, right?
Yes, he was.
The radio podcast.
That isn't actually on a radio.
I played through my radio in my car.
Well, you just ruined it.
I'm a dream squisher, bro.
Is he fighting both of them at the same time?
I think he's gonna do one then the other, but it would be dope if he did it.
That's what I thought he was going to do there for a second. He bowed to both of them.
I love doing that. I do that in my
shield.
classes at least twice.
Sweet.
That's the point to me because
Does he have a shield with a lightsaber?
But that's expanded universe stuff. Legends. Like the light whip. Huh?
So, is that
Ooh.
switching into Ataru a little bit there?
I think Keith lives in Atari.
I think you're probably right, and that's where he maybe should live. Oh,
Nice.
that was a fun exchange.
MCing as he's fighting.
I think Keith is having a blast right now. I think that's pretty apparent. Nice
Yeah.
block. Good block. Good cut.
Looks like they switched to speed cool, huh?
Back into a Taru. Looks very yeah, definitely.
There it is.
Look at that.
That was amazing. I love that so much.
That was so much fun to watch.
Style sword look like.
Yeah. You know, and he's using a full-length lightsaber too. That's like a lot of times if you're doing that kind of stuff, for me, I want to use a little bit shorter blade so I don't get, my dick caught on it or anything. And
True.
can I say that? I just said it.
It's a little late.
We're good. I'm past it. Hey, how much armor are they wearing?
Keith is wearing his Saber Legion stuff. So he's in full gear, and according to the rule set, I think they're all in Saber Legion legal. I like to call it. So I assume they all have gorgets and headed from head to toe.
Including the gorget.
For some reason. Anyway.
And Alan, you're the Saber Legion rep for your area as well.
That's correct. I am the AZ charter rep for the Saber Legion. Actually, had a new student tonight. Well, I guess new member tonight.
Well, if you're already a Saber Legion member and you are watching right now, thank you. And by the way, you don't need to leave Saber Legion to visit sabermartialarts.com/affiliation.
True.
Also true. Even if you're not part of Saber Legion and you're watching, thank you also.
Yeah.
And please visit sabermartialarts.com. And if you get to the affiliate section, thank you further.
Indeed.
By the way, these are cool.
There you go.
Hey.
I got something next. No point.
This is Keith. Keith is switching styles a lot between the two different fighters.
He's doing a great exhibition of. There it is.
I agree. Now, is Colin wearing a fully metal helm?
It looks like it. It looks like he's. I don't know. He reminds me of the Black Knight from Monty Python.
Yeah. Is that legal in TSL? Because I don't see that very often in many places. And I have my own thoughts about it, but I don't know if it's appropriate to say.
There is there is something to be said about the for some people it is as long as it's sanded down and there's no sharp edges, it won't
Yeah.
be polycarbonate blade.
I mean, I love the look of it. He looks beautiful in it.
As long as it's sanded down, it's fine.
Yeah. You know what? For me, it just comes down to like the blades. To me, I feel like you're gonna crack a lot more blades on a metal helmet, but it's badass. That's for sure.
For sure.
Great. Yes. Elton arrived with the points after some binds. So it's 1-0 Elton. Players. Leon.
Kind of looks like the Battle of Pelennor Field. Some of those like Beast Warriors or something.
Right. Well, it's kind of interesting because now they are officially using TSL rules.
2-0 Elton.
Okay. So Keith is kind of giving an exhibition of all the stuff that HSA does.
That is correct.
Throughout their training.
Right.
And we know because we talk to Keith all the time, but anybody who doesn't know, they are very active in there.
Elton arrived first. So it's 3-0 Elton.
So it looks like Colin is in almost a like Form 2, sort of Form 1 hybrid almost.
What he said was he was a HEMA guy. He did
Italian longsword, right?
Italian longsword. It looks like he's fighting side sword right now.
Yeah. He's with Skull of St. George, I believe, which is
They're the HEMA guys that pick up lightsabers after their training.
It's a great way to be.
Yeah. They train for an hour and then they train with
double point. No points for double. Leon.
So one of the things about doubles in the TSL rule set is after the third one they deduct.
Yeah.
And there is 3-minute rounds, I believe, is what they're doing right now. So they do have a time limit they stick to. And first 10 touches. Or whoever has the highest amount of points by the end of 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think they just said there's only 1 minute left, so this fight's coming to a close pretty soon.
So, something that's slightly different than most TSL fights right now is the size of the ring, but I think they're trying to keep everything in the camera right now.
Right. Yeah.
And also in TSL, there is no go back to your corner. You score and you're supposed to freeze.
Yeah.
Oh, with probably 30 seconds left. Yes.
but also TSL allows for every charter to mess with the rules. So
5-4, Elton.
nice.
Time.
There
10,
you
go well.
You can see Colin dropping back into that long sword style.
Hey.
go. Very
Nice drop into that knee hit.
Round of applause, guys.
That's Elton, right?
Yeah, Colin is on the left, and I believe Elton is
Elton on the right.
Yeah.
That one-handed, like, Japanese sword style, you don't see like a more one-handed style like that very often, but he has a very nice, like, almost Yaido way of drawing after the word fight.
He looks like he also, he moves on. It looks like the winner moves on to the Saber Ohana Showdown final. So that would be awesome.
6 to 8 of you can line up after.
That is a badass title.
You can volunteer twice. You can volunteer all night long. I don't care.
Come on now.
You just said they're going to do a Makashi demo? Is that what he
Oh,
just said?
that's cool.
They're going to be doing audience participation and everything. So you saw Form 1, Shiicho, earlier.
Yeah.
The Way of the Sarlacc. And now
Indeed.
it's the Way of the Yashara Mari.
The what now?
Yashara Mari. I feel like it was created by somebody that was like Cthulhu-esque.
Yes.
1, 2 more.
The form of the Lovecraft.
Right. Although, if I'm correct, the legends, the Ysalamar is a force eater, right? It eats the force.
It like dampens the force, or like
it kind of like
nullifies?
negates. Yeah.
Okay. Is it to invoke the unholy name of the Vong, but are they like the Vong as far as the Yuzan Vong as far as like they're negative in the force or something like that?
Well, the Vong just weren't affected by the Force.
Yeah,
Whereas
to figure out how to notice
I could check,
the
but I'm not gonna.
the force.
I think the Asilamiri like mask their Force presence.
Oh,
Something
okay.
like that, or like create like a bubble of like can't touch me, or something. I don't know.
Indeed. Yeah.
The force
like
around them. I see.
Yeah.
They Steve just told us
Mhm.
they dampen the force around them. Yeah, so like
Well, I
I
like my force moist personally. So
that wasn't me this time.
I was wondering why you're on good behavior.
Oh, I wasn't on good behavior. It's just late for me.
Oh, I see. That
I'm
makes sense.
on just late behavior.
I've just sat down and had some whiskey, so I'm good. Whiskey.
That being said, I did like that low cut into the rising, like the twisting stab. I like that. That was a good transition. Just to bring it completely in a different direction.
Right.
What we're actually watching.
Yeah, it's not like we're here to talk about lightsabers or anything.
Indeed.
Well, that's kind of cool. He's actually they turned off the sound, so we can't really hear what he's saying. But it's really cool that he's mixing the teaching portion with the demo portion with the actual tournament portion.
Yeah, it's a neat little like break of pace like every few minutes.
Yeah,
I've not seen a format like this often, aside from like a tournament where many events are going on at once. So this is cool.
Yeah,
it's really interesting. He's doing it looks like for his Makashi, he's doing a lot of looks like actual saber techniques, and then adding in a little bit of like Chinese straight sword in a couple of the techniques there.
There does appear to be some Chinese influence here.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's been using like Keith is one of those people where if he sees something, he's not gonna not try it.
Right.
So it's almost like, yeah, that and that and that. You can almost see all of it, but if you had to pinpoint, I definitely see the Chinese influence. But I was trying to pinpoint it before you said it, and it didn't really occur to me at first. I was thinking rapier at first, but it's kind of not either.
Oh.
It's kind of not either, right?
No.
So
Prima, secunda.
yeah.
Tetra.
Yeah. Like
My-
that outside guard was very sabery.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so now he's going through a couple of just clear
Defensive postures and guards.
So one of my teachers called that building your house.
I love that. Yeah.
So you have your roof above your head, the walls on the side, and then you sweep
Yep.
the porch.
Got to maintain that porch.
Yeah.
We always talk like with the high block, whether it's with a sword or an arm or whatever, like you have to angle your roof.
Right.
If you go like this, the water is just gonna.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it. Build the house.
So he went through strikes, and now he's going through blocks, and so which is really cool about when we do saber martial arts is like that. This is just like he's taking everybody through. All right, this is a quick crash course through our version of Makashi.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure your version of Makashi, Eric, and your version of Makashi Fo is different than mine. It's different than his. It's really cool to see like everybody's different versions because for me it makes me go, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. That does fit in that.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. That's what makes this activity unique and fun is the ability to see the different twists that everyone puts on it from their own background and experience.
Absolutely.
And to alter your own as well because
the Saber Ohana Showdown. Number 2. Okay. This is the War of the Wall.
Not by much, but little.
And they'll be going on to the finals. We mix.
You should see my boots.
Big and small, old and young, new and old.
I heard on the show that they were nice and comfy.
So I've been told.
Okay. So, I'm about to do the introductions.
That joke was lamer than FDR's legs.
Oof. That's a feels.
Oh man.
So the War of the Wahine. This is May versus and Maria versus Claire.
2v1.
May versus Claire, and then Claire versus Maria, and then Maria versus May. The player with the most points in more ladies than there are gentlemen in
spreading the word of power and control to the galaxy.
So he created a way for everybody to be part of it.
And it's been known to win some upsets in battle. Give it up for Maria.
Got a couple of nice flourishes going on. So you can see the armor difference between
And next we have May.
we would call like a standard armor rule set for
Here in her dark maul Sith getup.
not that one is better or worse than the other, and we certainly don't discourage you from protecting.
May lives up to her name of Kabutowari, which means Skullbreaker. May lives in the dark side, forms 6
I love that.
Rancor. Just like Asajj Ventress and Mace Windu, she taps into her anger and aggression. Be wary once you hear her ki.
Very cool.
And finally, we have one of our newer students, Claire, aka Rare Kenner. Claire is one with the light side and the geek side. She's the newest HSA member of this round, but she's been dedicated to training and having fun. She's attaining in Shicho and Gemso techniques to battle her enemies. Claire is a practitioner who is inspired by Han Solo. So watch out, ladies. She might shoot first.
I see what they did there.
Well, May points out a good thing. Like the thing I say the most in my classes is remember to breathe.
Okay, so
I guess it kind of helps that, right?
we're gonna go.
Shows great
Absolutely.
intent.
We're gonna go May and
You have to
Maria.
put the breath into the action you're
Then we're
doing.
gonna go May and Claire next. Okay.
Well, whenever I'm judging, the person that's loudest tends to get the point. I mean, if it's a simultaneous, whoever key-eyed gets the point.
Key-eyed louder. The scary person.
But it's part of the poise, right? In kendo,
it helps to eliminate simos. That's for
sure. Well, in kendo, it's part of it. You have to have intent.
It's true. It is true. Yep. Absolutely.
Double.
And to your point, in Western martial arts, they judge it not necessarily by like or if you guard after a hit with your retreat, you know, just like it's all about like keeping the fight going until you hear the word.
Double. So break. When I say
break. A lot of doubles.
Okay, ready. Leon.
Probably a lot of trying to score first as opposed to yourself, but they're also, you know, I don't know how many fights they're all gonna have throughout the night.
May arrive first, so the score is 1-0. Wardrobe, that's okay.
I believe May is going to right now. She's actually doing a step behind, like almost like a vault when she hits from below.
Maria right.
That beat Rising Strike against the ground there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that same.
I like the.
So the score is now 2-1 Maria. Fighters ready? Leon.
Right, that's May on the left.
They've switched a couple times, so
I'm just judging by the hair. It looks like May, but.
And the score is 2-1, right? 2-1. Leon.
May, gray and silver. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, she's got like when she strikes to those high corner and low corner, she's got a really nice offhand position, and her footwork is very graceful.
Ready? Leon. Break.
Nice block.
All right, so the score is now 3-2. I think we have about a minute.
Not block that? Looked like a block. Maybe I was
ready? Leon. Break.
Looked like a simultaneous.
May arrive first to the head.
Ribs hit first where I came from, but
3-all. It's a close one, guys.
Yeah, Claire looks very comfortable with her one-handed style.
Almost arrogant, but she is a dark sider, right? So that's a good thing.
That's true. She
yeah, oh, fun little blade bind. Sorry.
So now
I'm noticing she fights guard with her sword behind her.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Break. Okay, ready. And the score is 4-3 May. Play off. Double.
That looked pretty simultaneous.
Yeah. Again, it's part of the judging, right? I heard one hit.
Right.
Two.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that looked like a head first. Nice job. Good honor.
Indeed, yeah.
You saw her hit late? Okay. So let's say 4-all. 4-all.
Oh, here we go.
Ready? And we're at time, so this is game point.
This is for the match.
Break. Wait till I sit. Okay.
They're eager. They wanted it.
The level of aggression seems like it's a fun level of aggression, not like a rude level.
No play. Okay. Ready. Leon.
Another simultaneous.
I'm gonna go double.
Looked like the leg hit.
The leg came in first, yeah.
I saw two.
You want another one?
Oh, they break a saber? They did. Oh, she switched to the light side.
Now they're using heavy grades, I believe, or mid grades.
It looks like they're using the same technique each time.
That's going to be the match.
Yeah, that was fun.
Indeed.
Maria, catch your breath. Claire, come in.
And they warmed up quickly. Like the first couple hits were a little almost nervous, and then it looked like they got confidence back real quickly.
Yep, correct.
So, looks like Maria is ready to fight. I think Claire is supposed to fight her.
May, you want to use mine?
Opponent to enter the ring.
Oh, but May's gonna fight her instead.
Okay, ladies, bow. Ready, begin. Break.
That low strike.
1-0 May.
Same, very, very Chinese.
Break.
Like
May arrive first.
she went with a high mane to the head there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, I'm actually going to call that a double because I was in her way. She hit me and then. Don't kill the judges. Okay.
Well, judges have to have good honor too, I suppose, right?
Leon.
That looked like the head, but it could
First, 3-0. Fighters ready? Leon.
Headshot.
Double.
Nice stab.
Yeah.
So 3-0 May. Look at that once.
I like how much control they both have. They both hit and then they stop.
Break.
Yeah.
First. So now the score is 3-1.
Not afraid to make contact. Not unsure of how long their sabers are. Just.
Exactly. Well, just that's a great example of it. They didn't overswing. She didn't swing through. She hit and then she stopped.
I'm gonna give that one to Claire. So interesting blade work.
So I don't think they get menos puntos for their saber turning off in the middle or anything like that. But I know, like Eric, you guys require that the saber be lit the whole time. Is that correct? Oh, I love it.
That was a great finish.
Yeah.
I love it.
I feel like May should do some squats or push-ups or something for dropping.
Indeed.
She got killed by her.
That was a beautiful block and.
Okay, 4-all.
But yeah, we do require the saber to be on. If it turns off, it just forces a reset.
Yeah, right.
One more minute, ladies. Leon.
Keep going.
Oh.
May arrive first. So now it's 6-4 May. Ready.
Oh,
Oof.
another one.
More.
Oof.
Is it a heavy grade?
Oh.
Oh, I don't think she's using her saber, so she's not used to that saber.
Fair enough, yeah. She's changed it twice, I believe, so far.
Yeah.
There's nerves too, I'm sure.
Oh,
She's not fighting with the nerves, but the flourishes.
how nice of the Darksider.
Yeah. This is not how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Ready? Leon.
Ooh.
Great. I saw May arrive.
It looks like she's going to come in there and take that.
6-4 May. And we have 20 seconds. Leon.
1 point left, right? Oh. Looked like a headshot, yep.
6-5 May.
That was definitely there.
10 seconds. Game to the last 2 games. Go. Go.
Shot.
5 May. Leon. Double. Watch out. I'm going to call it time. So that May gets the match at 6-5.
Wow.
These ladies are in it. They are ready to fight.
Yeah, both of them not afraid, like you guys were saying, to really get in there and get some good hits.
Sometimes the really minor things in it.
Plowing through all the fights, which is great.
So now HSA's been around for 2 years, correct?
We have
Longer, I believe.
Half. I know Keith's been practicing lightsabers for about 3 years now.
Right.
And he started
from the
HSA.
Sacred Martial Arts Foundation. Can you guys see us? Are they giving me thumbs up?
I see 1, 2, and 3.
Yes. Okay. Good.
We can see you and we're talking about you.
Indeed.
Yeah, we're
Nice.
So, the quality of fighting, I think we said this on the last podcast we did, but the quality of fighting just it's a testament to, like you were saying, the ability to like absorb and redirect information, you know, because he doesn't necessarily desire for people to go, oh, he's an expert at all these things. He wants to be able to give people the information they seek.
Absolutely.
And to learn it himself. And you can see that that's sort of the way that they're approaching these fights. Nice undercut from the red blade there. Like, yep, just gonna go that. So it's just, you know, everybody's sort of fighting with open minds. Another Disney.
Ooh, can't see another Disney. Yeah.
As I said, Claire's practicing Gemso, and Gemso is very overpowering form.
That was very counter. let me
Okay,
smack that
1-0.
blade right out of your hand. That's like her third disarm too.
Great. Maria went first.
I can
So,
see it.
for now, 2-1
Very good
Maria.
at absorbing it and redirecting and then counter-attacking in the same. If she
Claire,
can
2
just-
all. 2 all. Ready? Leon.
That was tough for me to see.
So, no point, Leon?
Simultaneous. Looks like Maria is really good at the shim, just shooting straight in. Pretty much like a rapier.
Still 2 all. Leon.
Nice. It looked like it might have been a simultaneous, but I like the actions.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Leon.
I would even say she could probably
3 all. Tight game.
use a little more force in her strikes. What's her name? Is that Rhea? Is that her name?
Claire and Maria. Maria.
Okay, yeah. So I would say even just a little more power, she could probably get away with it. Yeah, that was a nice headshot.
4-4. Ready? Leon.
Seems like if Claire
5-4. Very close.
just right, she can catch Maria off her balance.
Yeah, that low shot was good. It looked like it got in ahead. It was a nice shot.
Okay. It was 5-4, 6-4 now. 6-4 Maria.
How many judges does he have? 3, including himself.
I believe so. At least one other.
Yeah, I think there's 2 off to the side that we can't see.
Okay.
7-4 Maria with 20
cut.
seconds. Ready? Leon.
Maria's ahead.
I like her fighting style quite a bit.
Yeah.
They're both fighting well, but I like her style. It kind of resonates with my personal style. Simultaneous.
8-5 Maria. And that is 5.
Gonna be the match.
I think it was 8-5, Maria.
Okay.
You know, to put up 5 points against 8 points, that's still super respectable.
Still a good match, yeah.
Yeah, they did really well. Everybody seems to be doing really well. I feel like Maria.
See?
Yeah.
Because I always try to coach my own students to it's not that it's the worst thing in the world that you get a simultaneous, except that you're both dead, right? So that makes it the worst thing in the world because nobody wins now. Right. But at the same time, you didn't teach yourself to defend yourself if all you did was try and hit them first. So it's nice to see them adjust their game a little bit and try and go play a little more defense or a little more counter fighting, just to try and eliminate the simultaneous hits a little bit.
Right.
And as a fighter, that shows a little bit of maturity that maybe they wouldn't have had at one point a year and a half ago when they first started training, or I don't know what their previous experience is. You know, maybe they're seasoned fighters, and that's why they're like that.
Well, a lot of times, especially newer students of the sword will try to just hit first.
Yep.
And,
yes.
Depending on the rule set, you know, that
sometimes
might not be the way to win the fight.
Yeah.
You know, it's I keep on pointing out the last fight scene in Rob Roy.
Yeah.
Remember that? The
with the Scottish basket hilt sword.
Yeah, versus the rapier. I believe what he had.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was a rapier. Might have been a small sword.
Yeah, I mean
that's a fun fight though.
Yeah, I mean Tim Roth hits
pretty accurate.
Like I don't know. Liam Neeson just hits him once.
Liam Neeson is a redwood tree.
That's true. Okay, so here's the way of the Minoc. The the circle of defense, which is Suresu staple.
So I don't want this.
Now, I don't know how you guys do exactly in your Form 3 teaching, and I know we're gonna watch HSA right now, but in mine, I don't teach any actual strikes as part of Form 3. I use only Form 1 and 2
More time. Ready? Left foot forward.
as the basis of any strikes that are incorporated into our Form 3 exercises.
Left foot
In
forward.
other words, all of my Form 3 stuff is footwork and defensive blade work. And then I do have like a section on, but it's mostly like disarming before the attack comes in and stuff like that. Not a whole lot of like outright striking.
Yeah, it's mostly what you just said. Like the way we do it is essentially mostly teaching blade movement, blade manipulation, subtle body movement, full body movements, and rotations and steps and stuff. And then you just adapt that to other velocities. And other
Now, do you incorporate rotations much in your own Form 3s?
no.
No.
I do. Mainly because the style of Form 3 that I teach is this.
Right, like the Tao, right?
So Chinese broadsword has a lot of, you know,
Upward rotation.
Yeah, upward figure eights, downward figure eights, that sort of thing. And I find it for students really listen to the wrist a lot more than just straight on strikes. This is also one of the
Try to get everybody one more time.
I start to teach a lot more of not how to parry, but why to parry. To move the body as a whole instead of just relying on the sword movement.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
A lot of the stuff I teach in Suresu is okay, now you're surrounded.
Right. Yeah. I have a video I'm going to share with you guys in the instructor or in the martialarts.com/affiliate. You may get access to this awesome private Facebook group we have called Saber Martial Arts Practitioners, where we share stuff like drills and exercises and chat about techniques and stuff. And I may share this video with you guys this drill I do, which is basically that, Alan. It's like you have a one line you can retreat backwards on, and you have attackers on both sides or all three directions in front of you, and all you can do is block. Usually you get cut to ribbons, but it's a good exercise on expanding your awareness. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Plus, if you just accept the fact that you're going to get cut to ribbons, you might actually do pretty well.
Yeah, we tend to do a modified version of Randori, which is, you know, just okay, you're outnumbered. You have to actually figure out a way to defend yourself, and the defenses do not get
positioning and
position yourself. Like Eric said, you know, the angle of your body, and having the block there just is more of insurance.
Right.
It is actually, you know, your defense.
Right.
So being
reliable but not relied upon.
Yeah, exactly. But it's very much. I have a fun little drill that I think I shared a little bit of with you guys, but it ends up with 8 people surrounding one person. And I think I've seen a video of Katie teaching this a little bit too.
Yes, indeed.
I do.
Winner of the War of the Wahine.
It is that
The
sort of.
football is Maria. Get Maria.
Surrounded. You're going to be attacking. You got to be. Okay. So this is Maria who got the top score. Player with most points all the time.
Round 3 of the Saber Ohana Showdown is a Sith, a great Jedi, and a Jedi walking.
Uh-oh. Are we allowed to say that?
Hashtag not canon.
Oof.
Hashtag could be? I don't know.
Well, if they exist, I guess they'd be Imperial Knights, right? In the time of Caden Skywalker.
Oof. Yeah.
It sounded like it made you uncomfortable.
I want to use a different kind.
That being said, they did do a little. It looked like koosh ball deflection or Nerf ball deflection. That's another Sarasu drill that I'm a big fan of.
Absolutely.
And another one that just keeps people smiling while they train, because it's really important that you don't, like, you take your training seriously in the sense that you don't want to get cut down every time you face an opponent. You don't take yourself seriously. Your whole, what do you say, Alan? It's a nerd stick. It's a nerd stick.
Look down. You're holding a nerd stick.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's okay to smile behind your fencing.
Exactly.
Saber Ohana Showdown.
We encourage smiling, as a matter of fact.
The first contestant.
I'd say the Jedi are encouraged to smile.
Oh man.
Okay, so this is
Anthony is an evil dark side user.
Anthony's been with Keith for a while, and he's been improving greatly over the last.
Lord Baron is inspired by Darth Raven, who found his own path through the light.
He's got great body mechanics. You can see right here. Even.
Path to knighthood in HSA and is an evil
Anthony,
yet
I
lovable
believe.
teddy bear. You know it's real when he kicks off his slippers, but
As primary.
yeah, all right.
I'm sorry. Say that, Alan. I couldn't hear you.
Don't kill me.
I think Anthony is one of Keith's students who just wants to do Dark Kai as his primary.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's always one or two of those.
But she's done really well, actually, as you saw in the demo in the very
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and Zach, of course.
Zach is a great Jedi who goes both ways.
And Zach is another one of Keith's primary, I would say, senior students,
Be careful. You don't know what techniques
progressing greatly over
the staff of
his
Cage
training.
Wrestle and the wisdom of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I like the
To find Zach at the Manoa Medieval Combat Club
I
panel.
like the Iaido flourish that makes no sense with the lightsaber. but still.
Ooh, yes.
There you go. There's a little bit of Dark Kai.
Okay, it'll be on the air.
Oh, he's going standard and show. So
Yeah. A little bit of his,
So is he gonna fight Jarkai, or is he just flourishing Jarkai?
And finally in this round,
find out, I
Maybe
guess.
fighting.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
AKA the Iron Tornado.
Iron Tornado.
Vince focuses
Vince.
first on the light side, using his background in Chinese martial arts. He is a deadly Ataru user with a core strength of iron and a flurry of movement of a tornado.
I like the fighter intros. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
A great influence Master Yoda has on this one. Has. Okay, we are going to do Anthony Vince, then Zach Vince, and then Zach Anthony.
Okay, same format as the last one. Looks like.
So is Colin judging these?
I believe so.
It would make sense to me if that Colin would be judging.
So the way they're having this one go down, looks like same way, player with most points in at least.
Okay, guys, fire, foul.
So here we go.
What was the time limit? I did not pay attention to that part.
It's 3 minutes.
Okay,
So
that's a good amount of time.
yeah, within 10 minutes time, we'll know who's in.
Good, good.
What's that? Oh, okay, because it's
Do we know how many fighters we have total tonight?
Let's see. There was 3, the one ending, 3 in this one, and then 2 in the other.
Okay, guys, give it up one more time for them. Okay, players, ready, begin.
You know, I can't wear Chuck Taylors to save my life, but I got mad respect for people who fight in them.
Yep. It's like Anthony is waiting for
Break.
Nice cut down low.
Very much a
1-0. Ready.
lift the chin and go low.
That's definitely very Atari strike to lead the match off. Good blade movement. Looks like they're both using a little bit of Atari type motion.
Ooh,
Ooh,
there it was.
Anthony arrived first.
that even made Steve come out of hiding.
Hello there.
I will say that was a controlled turn.
Hello there.
It didn't pay off for him that time, though.
No, it didn't, but mad props. Chuck Taylor's in a turnaround. Good cut. That worked
I
out.
do like
Anthony.
the action that was played there.
Ready. Leon.
Oh, I guess Anthony intercepted that combination. We got to
Oh,
switch.
he switched to the reverse grip. Everybody's favorite, at least mine.
I actually, I got no qualms with it, but it's definitely not range.
Ooh, they both did it. That's awesome.
That was for fun, right? That was like, let's match up.
Even though the dagger, the way the exchange happened, I'm going to call that a double.
This is great. Oh, they're both sticking with it. They're both coming in.
That was a good cut.
That was very good.
All ready. Leon.
They're not making a mockery of the grip, so we'll give them that. It has its uses to anybody who does give it its share of guff. It has its
Now
very
to
specific uses.
Break.
Nice stab to the stomach there.
I was like,
That control.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to call it no, okay.
And true to my style of Ataru, at least, he's using a lot of lead-in motions, like not really faking, but like a sort of a wrist flick up here and then diving into a different zone altogether. But Anthony's not like baffled by it. He seems very comfortable still.
right.
That was tough. Nothing happening yet.
That was very nice.
Gonna get a point.
Yeah, I know. Okay, 3-2 at about 1 minute back. Ready.
Lots of grip switching going on.
Break.
Whoa, that was tough to call, but it was a couple hand strikes in there.
That was an exchange.
That was, yeah.
Leon.
For lack of a better word.
Yup.
Very nice. Showing off
There's a little,
a little bit of
diagonal chest cut.
You're right first.
flourish.
Change the tempo, allowed him to come in overhead.
Leon.
That worked out pretty well.
I think he actually hit first.
I think there might have been a low cut from Anthony, but
It did not work out for him.
Yeah, Leon.
So,
it was tough to call from my angle, but it looks good still. Athleticism, when you get hit in those exchanges, like I know from my when I'm fighting and I jump and I strike somebody or something like that, I don't even care if I get hit. Just the fact that I got off the ground or did a spin or something, it's all. You gotta give that type of athleticism its place. And to Anthony's credit,
Okay, you guys
very
having
good,
fun?
he held his own with
Yeah,
confidence.
Anthony got that last
That's
point.
important.
You guys, this is a 2-hour battle. We really appreciate you coming.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's tough to tell. It appears so.
For the final, okay? Who will win the golden
Looks like Vince needs
golden
to
lay of lightsaber? Okay.
Yeah, I guess he won.
Okay, fighters,
Oh no, it's Vince versus Zach. They had this preset. Looks like.
Oh, okay.
So, Vince has a back-to-back fight, and then Zach has a back-to-back fight. And he actually gets a breather.
Ready. Begin.
So Vince definitely looks like he has some experience. I know Keith said Chinese martial arts. You
Really
can
good.
tell.
For not getting hit there.
That 1-0. Ready.
And I don't know if Zach has prior experience, but he is.
I think they both did Chinese martial arts.
Zach as well.
I believe that's what I heard in the introduction.
Okay. Interesting use of Hakama then. But hey, I'd never judge much. Always judge.
Always judging, folks.
Yeah, hashtag always.
I think we all said that at the same time.
Ready?
Yeah. Chinese martial arts.
Like somebody was trying to figure out their controller in a fighting game.
Everybody. Ready, Leon.
Nice cut.
Very cool.
Do that hilt or half. With that force, I'm gonna give it to him. So it's 3-2. Zach, ready?
Zach.
Hold on.
I guess Zach got in like a millisecond ahead of Anthony. Cut there.
Okay. Ready, Leon.
Zach starts off in a very Way of the Jedi. This is the beginner Suresu,
Ready. Distance. So
Yeah.
which is why I'm thinking it's a little bit more like,
Ready?
eased out, because it's very much like a broadsword sense. But at the same time, I'm looking at his hand position. It's like a very straight sword.
Interesting draw and catch there. Yeah, he doesn't actually seem to be fighting defensively though.
Right, exactly. He has the stance, but he's using it differently.
Yeah, I saw that blue blade hit just by a hair ahead.
That was very much.
Nice low cut and a good counter off that block.
It looks like these guys fight a lot because they look like they know which direction each one's going.
I agree.
Like they fight each other a lot.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, that was very
cut from
nice.
Zach to the head. Did he not get that?
No, he got hit in the chest before he hit the head.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually see that chest cut.
Very quick, like backhand flip.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve is even wondering. Yeah, I think to most of us it looked like the green blade hit the head first, but I think it was just a better strike.
Yeah.
Or maybe not better, maybe a stronger strike. Good diving cut there.
Yeah.
Okay. Match goes to Vince, 6-5.
All right. Yeah, I agree, Alan. These guys look like old sparring partners.
Yeah.
To a large degree.
It looks like, we're plowing through these fights, man. There is no stopping. Keith just is an animal over there. Get out here. Let's do this.
Each fight's been super different too.
What was that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Each fight's been really different.
Oh, yeah, each fight is very different, which is great.
Yeah.
Even though people are using similar forms. And that is the beauty of this whole thing. You could be doing the same form as someone else, but it's going to look, feel different.
It's going to have your own touch to it, yeah.
Oh,
and with a lightsaber in particular, since the weapon is pretty much the same regardless of who's wielding it, like a staff or something like that. Right. It's all about your body type too, and using what your mama gave you.
Right.
Ooh, nice head cut.
Traditional kendo. Back to the head.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, switching up to a little bit of.
Looks like Makashi over here.
Yeah, a little bit of fencing.
Oh,
wow.
I feel like this song should be an extra.
All right, Keith. No. Grip strength.
-2 to dexterity right there.
Right.
Yeah, but it's +4 to demolitions.
Ooh.
I I don't know if Zach got the point for that, but I might have given it to Zach for default.
Yeah, I think if someone got a point, it was
And for dance moves.
Yeah.
true.
Well, I feel like Zach is having a good time with that, so I'll give him a point for that. I mean, kind of like whose line is it anyway, though. My points don't matter. Oh, they may have had to. There it is.
Oh,
Filled the time.
what a way to stall for time.
Yeah,
He knows people just want to see the nerd stick swing.
you got it.
And clearly, we don't condone in a real tournament not using. Guys are just they're just BSing.
And you can tell those guys again. They have great.
There's a level of trust involved, right?
Yeah, there's.
It only comes with hitting each other.
Yeah. And it's very much much like if you watch capoeira, they play. They don't try to kill each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, very very in tune with what the other person's doing.
Absolutely.
1-0. Okay, so and I don't know what the time is now, so we could like work another 2 minutes. Huh? So we'll do 2 minutes.
So I guess
Okay, let's start again.
I haven't seen any flex at all that they're all using heavy grade.
1-0, Zach. 2 minutes.
I think we addressed that earlier, but I couldn't hear what was going on over the blade flash. And we got some form 2, I guess, on the left here from Zach, and a little maybe Shicho or.
Yeah. It looks like Anthony's is going from Shicho to Gem. So
I was
I
gonna
was
say
about to say, yeah, that looks a little gem. So
little Gem so.
I mean, it makes sense for his body type. I feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overpower his opponent.
Absolutely.
be able to create really good wall parries with that.
Beautiful.
I really want him to cosplay as one of the Hammerheads.
Oh,
Brilliant. Top of the head.
yeah. Great timing. And though it looked like he really thunked him, it was very controlled.
Yes. The sound of it hitting a fencing mask, the polycarbonate.
Good defense from Zach. Anthony got right in underneath.
Here we go.
Oh, Zach's blade went over the shoulder.
Yeah, it just broke right through that guard.
Good blocking.
Good switch into his gem there.
Found the opening, got it right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
I love that though. Like if you didn't see a point, it's not a point to keep fighting. I love it.
Oh, excellent block. Transition.
Looks like Zach went a little bit into a form 1, almost form 5.
So it was
It's really kendo style.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Also, Zach is doing really well of backing Anthony up and then.
Oh,
Yes, the boot.
Gotta love those. Gotta love those.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
He's timing him out, it seems.
Don't do it, Anthony. Fight smart. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so 5-2, 5-3.
Oh, he got that one.
5-3, and Zach, guys.
Match. That was fun to watch. These
That
guys
was like 4 or 5 different styles on display right there.
Absolutely. And you know, these guys switch styles very well. I don't know how much they've trained in each form, but whatever they know of each
You guys, we're gonna do the finals after one more thing in the audience.
one day they will make good instructors, aka practitioners.
You might have a little time and to interact or ask questions or check out something.
This is the audience participation again. Form 4, a Taru. A hawk bat.
Nice. Should be pretty cool. I can see it. Yeah. I can see it.
There was a great comic book series where one of the blue armored Senate guards, like sons, was like racing hawk bats in
Oh,
the.
I remember that one. I forgot what it was called.
I think it was like the Republic series, and it was like a 3 or 4 issue stint in there. But Obi-Wan was like getting caught up in all kind of hawk bat racing.
No, it was called Now This Is Hawk Racing.
Well, hello there.
Indeed.
Oh man, this is why I hate flying.
Okay. Let's go forward.
This is a lot of probably gonna have a lot of Keith's parkour background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing he nails like spot on is his ability to just manipulate his body quickly
Yes.
in a lot of the forms that I've seen him like run through, and even just in combat.
Yeah. Well, you saw the way he rolled earlier, and his roll didn't turn out the way he wanted, but he turned it immediately into a diving stab, like,
yeah.
in like a different direction.
Very quick. On the head.
I like the zone switching for one strike using motions. Very reminiscent of what
I
I do.
like to call this the end of Django Fett.
What'd you say?
I like to call this move the end of Django Fett. Very much reminiscent of how Mace Windu decapitated him. You just have to practice your intense stare.
Okay, nice. Run there. Let's do it one more time. We're going to cut. We're going to let go of our left hand.
I don't know how many of these people have never done any lightsaber stuff before, but they're actually all like
Let's just practice that.
keep it up pretty well. Excuse me, I hiccuped.
I like the fact that he's switching from a two-handed to a one-handed grip.
Yes.
Getting people into it in like 3 minutes.
So, I got once.
You know, rather than being like tournament, this is super competitive, and again, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Most of us do that most of the time. This is a cool, innovative way to go about getting more people involved and knocking a competition out.
When we cut, we don't want to bring it back around because then we'll get
I
open.
agree. I think that this is a great way to keep the audience engaged as well.
So ready?
Both.
I'm a fan of the Hawaii Saber Academy tournament. It has worked for them tonight.
Couple steps back.
Well, I also I like the fact that each form
Let go.
demonstration he's done to teach has done different things.
Forward after the
Yeah.
left.
And has been demonstrated in the fighting because I think we've seen at least 5 or 6 of the 7 forms tonight. So,
Absolutely.
Do it with me. Here we are.
in real fighting, and for anybody who reads those forms on Wikipedia or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, it's not real. You can't really do that." Well, I think you saw tonight, and any of the times we've done these lives, we see a lot of form switching,
Now let me see.
dark screens and stuff.
Right.
But we're seeing it highlighted right now in a very specific way, and I think this is evidence it can be done and has been done by all of us and many other people too. So,
All right, give it up for that, guys.
you know, it doesn't just have to be that you use the sword you know to do lightsabers.
Oh, awesome.
So, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Very good Ataru, very good Sarasu, very good Mikoshi, very good so far.
Okay, so as we get ready for the next round,
A lot of fun with Hawaii Saber Academy.
and then Anthony is going to do some spins, and then stick around because we're going to do the finals for the
Okay.
The lay of the golden lightsaber.
So Anthony's going to be doing some spins, I hear. So he's going to do another demonstration of yet another thing you can do with lightsabers and actually get.
Now, this may be inappropriate, but if Anthony gets these spins right, he's going to get the lay of the golden lightsaber.
Hey. Always training.
Right.
Oh, man.
Go, starting off reverse grip.
Nice cuts.
Horizontal. Now the vertical. Very cool. Hero landing.
So is he specifically highlighting Shien right now?
Yeah, he's specifically showing
Ooh, very nice butterfly.
A lot of wushu
Yep.
influence.
He looks good too.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the first time he's done that.
No, very clean butterfly. Very clean butterfly.
All right.
And it's
He
landing
landed.
stuck.
He took the momentum and put it into a twisted stance, a sitting
Yep.
twisted stance,
Yep.
and got up afterward. That's the important part.
In cargo shorts.
Yeah, cargo shorts.
I've split many pairs of cargo shorts attempting that. I don't attempt that anymore in cargo shorts.
Yeah, looking good, Anthony.
There we go. All right. Yeah.
Not done yet. Now he's gonna go two sabers.
He is a menacing figure in all black and gray with the double red blades.
All right, good. So Anthony's a big fan of the reverse grip and
I don't know if I trust that sound.
Well, there we go. Going through some forward figure eights. Going into some.
All right, round of applause.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, so
Now the triple saber. Oh, okay. Never mind.
You're a
That's
tripod.
the next demo. Yeah.
guys, so we are in the Saber Ohana Showdown finals.
All right. Doing the finals. Nice.
Normally, we've done many tournaments in many different formats. This is the first time we've ever done these kind of rounds. It's really short. This is more of a demonstration tournament than an actual tournament with brackets. All the fighters have done really great tonight. Everybody's had fun, right? Okay. Vince, did you have fun? Yeah, okay. And don't forget, I forgot to introduce him. We got DJ Bodie over there helping out with his whole tie. Okay, so for the Saber Ohana Showdown, we have the winner of round one, Flyboy Fuji Elton. We have the winner of round two, the War of the Wahine, Lady Dragon Maria. And the Colin calculated the scores. The winner of round three is Okami Kojima. Where's Zach at? Okay. Okay, so, and if you didn't know, Elton and Maria are actually married, so this is going to be pretty interesting. We're going to start with you two, okay?
Oh, that's funny.
So Elton versus Maria.
Yo, I wish my wife would swing lightsabers because she wants to, not because she has to.
So I don't know who's gonna go next.
You gotta want it, Fode.
That's true.
Oh, I want it, but
Not listen to your channel. Take it out.
does, however, find them when they're hiding throughout the house, which is all wool, and swing them at me when
Elton seems lost.
Fighters now. Ready. Begin.
Elton in that one-handed Japanese style, like it's like almost like wakizashi, but with a longer blade. More katana. But you don't see a primary one-handed. Oh, there it is. Into his two-handed. Okay,
Very quick.
making me eat my words there a little bit.
Elton contracted first. So 1-0 Elton. Ready. Play on. Great.
Very nice.
One.
That's quite the hit there. Got him.
Now I may be wrong. I may just be misjudging this, but it looked like he could have hit her in the head and chose against it.
They are married, remember?
Yeah. Okay, it looked like he got in first down low on that one. Yeah, it looked a little bit like I shouldn't. Oh, that
Great.
tough to call, but yeah, I would give it to him.
It's 2-all. 2-all. Okay, you're right on.
This is the way it should be right now.
Both of them starting blades low.
Yep. I do like Elton's posture though. He's very like predatory.
He changes levels really quickly.
Yes. Ooh, nice top strike there. Yes.
Maria's point, right?
Well, I have some notes from my own training after watching Elton tonight. Just some
Maria.
little tweaks and
Play on.
things I'm gonna add to my own style.
4-2 Maria.
Yep. Looked like Maria got that one in just before he
Yep.
hit her in the top of the head.
Elton just tapped just ahead. Yep.
Maria. Play on.
I don't know. It looked like it.
You're on first. Okay, so 4-all.
That's Elton twice with a
Play on.
slightly quicker hit down low.
First on that
Man.
one.
Yeah,
I think it's 5-4.
Play on.
that was an excellent strike. And another level change, like Alan said. Ooh, very good.
Breaking 5-all.
Nice.
5-all. With about 30 seconds left. Play on.
A little bit of what looked like maybe a one-handed gem. So, ooh, nice poke. Oh, she's not going to get the point. I saw Maria first, but
Elton. Play on.
Yeah, the angle that Keith saw seems
Yep.
trump that one.
Great.
ooh, very nice rising cut.
Beautiful, yeah.
A little bit of a flourish to it.
On that target.
Oh, you hit both tilt and hand.
Play on.
It's a clean dismemberment. Dude, she is going for it. She is like, you are sleeping on the couch.
It's that mall, like right at the end of Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Before Obi-Wan jumped up and severed those bonds.
Right.
Oh, nice job.
And Zach's up.
Okay. Zach's up.
So, did May take the point is what it looked like there, yeah?
I believe he's going to be fighting Maria. No, he's going to be fighting.
Or not May, Maria, I'm sorry.
I think he's going to be fighting Elton according to my
Speculation.
card here. So to answer your question, Fode, they are using mid grades, 36-inch mid grade, but round one was heavy grade.
Okay.
So you have to have
Okay, audience.
working with 36-inch mid grade.
Hawaii Saber Academy stickers.
Ooh, HSA sticker.
who can tell me the name of Form 5?
Ooh. Vote can.
Yes, Jim. Okay.
I already won my HSA sticker.
Oh, there you go. The players have to wear the fencing mask, lacrosse gloves, or equivalent.
Tell me the form that Obi-Wan is a master of.
I didn't hear that question.
Form 3 is your answer. Yeah, did you stick around?
Ask me form of
Okay,
Yeah.
So
The
raising
count
the
two
fingers
of
will not
race.
earn a point. The fingers or hilt do not earn a point in this.
all right, we have
I think he mentioned that to us a few days ago because he wanted to try and get a few cleaner judgment calls in. I think was his goal with that.
ready?
Is it that they don't count, or the grazes in that area don't count?
It says they will not earn a point.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's like
Double.
knuckles down, basically. So specifically the fingers, but I think hand
is
itself.
what I have. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Very much can
One zero outfit, lay off.
couple exchanges.
Elton switching into that two-handed katana style.
One outfit, ready, lay off.
And I wouldn't even say necessarily kendo for Elton. I would really say like kenjutsu, more like the steel and blood of the katana than the bamboo in sport.
Mm-hmm.
Popped by Vince there.
One outfit, ready, lay off.
Almost went right around that. That's good.
Yeah.
Just going up and around. Very important that you put the roof over your head, like we talked about.
Uh-huh.
Indeed.
And with enough space so
Yes.
that everybody can fit inside.
Right. A nice little hop, but missed the measure there.
Ooh, good cut from Zach there. I'm not the biggest fan of the Suba on the Saber, but Elton makes it look like it was born there.
Double. This is the sign for double. Okay.
That was tough to call, but looked like Zach from my angle.
Ready, lay off.
Oh, caught him on the way in.
Yep.
Didn't fall for the flourish. It's a very important thing. Don't chase the saber.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you're going in with the intent to flourish just straight off with an offense, you got to be open and have the ability to change it mid motion if you need to block.
Especially with your body mechanics.
Yeah.
Lay off.
Oh. Did he
Purpose.
get that point?
Looked like it grazed his helmet. Yeah.
Zach got that one.
Yep.
Lay off.
And now
That
I was close.
looked like simultaneous, but yeah, it was close.
Fight for Zach. You guys, we have about 30 seconds. Fight for Zach. Ready,
Well, that's a
lay off.
lifetime in fighting.
Yes, it is. Very much a high Jodan guard for Zach. And a very nice light touch.
Yeah, Elton doesn't feel good about that one.
No point because it hit the fingers.
Oh, okay.
That
That was a nice cut to the shoulder there, or elbow. Looked like he got a piece of chest in that as well.
Okay, so it's still 5-4. Lay off.
Oh, I saw Elton.
Oh, Elton cut him in half on the way under.
With that quick flick rotational.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That was right out of a samurai movie, that last point.
Final Shogun. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that was a fun
Got
match,
that
too.
point.
I sound like a broken record, but I mean, there's something to be said about all of these matches being this much fun to watch.
No, you're not.
Now Zach has to
That last
fight
one.
his wife.
Was that Zach or Elton?
I believe
As
Zach
they go,
won that fight.
Zach by one.
Yeah. And then now his Eldon's wife is going to avenge him, maybe.
Yeah, it's tough to hear who wins sometimes. Like you can see where they're pointing, but I'm not keeping track of score right now.
Also, they switch sides a lot, so we're constantly like.
That's
"Oh, wait."
yeah, that's another thing. And I know we've got a scoreboard up on the live stream, but my live stream up because I'm charging, baby, charging. Although I'm gonna pull the live stream up now. Check the scoreboard. HawaiiSaberAcademy.com.
Okay, so as that's going on, we're gonna do this last one of last match of the finals. We have Zach versus Maria.
Here we go.
Okay.
What's interesting is it might not necessarily be the person who wins the fight, but who wins the showdown.
What's that, Alan?
Fighters now.
According to the rules that were laid out by Keith, it might not necessarily be the person that wins the match. It's the person who scores the most points in both of them.
1-0 Maria.
Right.
So it's cumulative.
Playoff.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, not right in the head. Playoff.
Doing his part. Oh, very nice.
Very nice hand.
Beautiful.
He went in with the power low shot, didn't work out, changed her plan real quickly to a light strike. I love it.
Nice finesse hit.
Oh, Zach got in with a strike. Committed strike. That was a risk. That could have gone south.
Yes.
It looked simultaneous to me, but Zach made the hair ahead.
Okay, ready, playoff.
Zach's taking a couple risks right now. I don't know.
Very simple strike.
Ready.
It works. Works every time.
Works every time.
There it is again.
Beautiful. Excellent setup.
Okay, 4-3.
I didn't even really see any contact from Zach on that one, but it was tough to
I
call.
think Maria's is getting the idea now.
Yeah.
Maria's spoken too soon.
Yeah, that was an odd point. Zach switching it up a little bit more. Maria's staying with her. I don't know. Gemso, Ataru, not really Ataru, kind of Makashi. Oh, there we go. Nice cut right there. All right.
That's
It's the tip. Yep.
You know what?
He knows.
You're a good husband for if not to put your tips back on.
Unless you have pit crew. Shout out to both Katie and pit crew of SDS that helped me out in the previous tournament. Here we go. Back.
Oh, that connected.
Right.
Connected.
Same strike she just scored on, but at a different target. Beautiful adaptation. Adaptation.
What's beautiful about that I had is Keith just thought that target.
Yes. Just showed it. Oh, and again. So I saw Maria, but Zach might have gotten the
I
point.
think Zach got a hilt. Which
She got an intercepted point.
Yeah.
Dude, that's 4 or 5 of those in a row, and she scored.
Very nice. Here we go.
If I were Zach, I'd be worried about catching on to that vibe.
Right. Well, he switched to a tail guard.
Okay, so he's changing something hopefully.
Okay, ready.
I'm a little confused, but that's not uncommon. There we go. Okay, he changed it up a little bit. Tried to intercept her.
Alright.
Maybe keep it like that. Looked pretty cleanly like Zach, but
Very nice.
good timing and distance for Maria there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a hell of a strike from Zach, but she did get right out of the way. And love it.
Okay, so you guys, one weird thing, we don't normally do this, but we're
So Maria took that one.
calculating the points, who's more special or not, and that's how we're doing it. So it's not just who wins, it's how many points you get along, right? For this,
Points.
really well
Yeah,
played.
that I'm still a little confused by that, but I'm not like it's not ruining the whole thing.
every fight is gone 3 minutes though, right?
I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
For an exciting 2 minutes, trying to run up your
We
score.
have Day training up
Yup.
for Padawan Pokemon.
And it's almost like
Anthony
this
training up
match because the breaks don't last very long.
Padawan Pokemon battle.
Deliberations are quick, and if he doesn't like what they deliberate on, he just
Winner
throws
of
it.
the Saber Ohana Showdown.
To me, that's how. Because we're doing great on time right now. I mean, I could watch 10 more of these fights.
Plowing through it. I think he only has room for 2 hours.
Yeah. But I'm like one of those people that could watch lightsaber fighting all day long. If you like.
Right. I mean, I tend to on like weekends.
Me too.
I find other people's tournaments to watch.
Yep. Put them on in the background.
Hashtag always judging.
Always.
Well, it's just good training. I was actually teaching some of my students tonight about like how to judge. They had never done before. I was like, oh, I forget sometimes. That.
Three finalists are lined up.
So, look how easy it is.
Yep.
Close your eyes. Listen for it. Okay, now open your eyes. Watch it happen.
Yep.
That's pretty much how it's gonna go. Only.
They fought hard, they fought well. The three finalists, Elton won the Hawaii Dakamari duel, Maria won the War of the Wahine, Doc won the Great Jedi Walk of the Battle round. Okay. The winner is Elton!
Oh,
Wow, nice.
very good showing.
Because he scored more points. That's a great way to do it too.
It's a different way to do it than you see very often, for sure.
Yeah, it just highlights the
One more round.
ways that HSA.
I hope everybody watching on the live stream is having fun. You guys,
Yeah, it's been a blast. These fights were awesome.
Favorite martial arts on Facebook, YouTube. I'll be posting it on our social media. We have
Hey,
White
thanks.
Saber Academy on Instagram, White Saber Academy on Facebook. I'm going to be posting this multiple times.
Yeah.
We have Fode, we have Eric, we have I think maybe Alan and maybe Dean and some other people commenting on all these
He
fights.
was there for the hospital
And
bed.
they are very colorful in their competition. So you might want to check it out and see what shenanigans they've been up to.
We've been good tonight.
We really
For the most
appreciate
part.
you guys coming
For the
out.
most part, it's been
watching
action, but
Yeah. Just, you know, saber fighting trumps dirty jokes.
it was just such a good showing by his fighters too. So
They really did good.
I
The
didn't
whole
realize
tournament
it.
flowed well. Oh, looks like they're bringing out the action flex from.
They're doing Pokemon Padawan training buffer battle. The two fighters that weren't in the semifinals Padawan for the and I believe they fight to the death. No,
It's basically cool and rules. However, you guys, as you can maybe attest, it feels cool to hold the metal hilt, right? Like, it makes it feel real, right? So, we will do the same thing, 3 minutes or first to 9. I'm just going to be judging it, and I'm going to judge it how I want to because these are very flimsy. So, I'm going to judge it as I would expect to be not that cool.
That's smart to tell them that, just so that they're not like, oh, I thought I blocked that. It's like, yo, man, just have fun.
absolutely. Remember, you're holding a nerd stick.
Yeah. In particular, these ones are super nerdy and not very sticky.
We're getting into it.
Got your range in you. Ready? Play on.
He does have a bit of like a Kylo Ren cosplay going on over here.
I think that's what he was cosplaying
Okay.
earlier. But then you can't see anything in that helmet, so he ripped it off.
I'm pretty sure he's cosplaying as Ben Swallow.
2-1 Kylo. Ready? Play on.
Either that or
Fighting Pikachu or SpongeBob, I can't tell.
I think that's a Pikachu.
Yep.
Shorts.
There's a death match for SDSP. Kylo Ren.
Dude, SpongeBob Stomps, no difficulty. He's got Toon Force. That's like fifth dimensional.
Oh, man. I don't know. Pikachu with the party goggles is like my main Smash Brothers character lately.
Also a rat.
Looks like Mr. Stone there was having difficulty with his scarf.
Well, it's important to look good when your father is handsome as can be and your mother is gorgeous.
Right.
And you are
Very nice.
Ben Smith.
What's cool about what they're doing is they put the pool noodles at the end of I feel like 24 blades.
Maybe even 18. Look pretty.
Yeah.
So are these are just people who are there like watching, right?
Yeah, these are a couple of the Padawans, people that went through all 4 forms of Keith.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Super cool that they're incorporated now into the act. Once again, like, oh, you thought you were just gonna swing them in the air, now we're gonna let you hit.
It's the 8 and Aloha.
Yeah. And thanks for coming, and now you get a reward.
Oh, absolutely. Oh. But wait, there's more. Oh, Keith is gonna fight people.
Oh, nice.
At least it looks like he's wearing a helmet. So
That's step 1.
whatever is happening, he's wearing a helmet. Yeah, they have a little bit more time. I think they're gonna keep on doing a little bit of training here, but it looks like he's gonna do some light sparring.
Should be good.
Yeah, there we go.
I think that's his son.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yep.
He'll be a Jedi like his father before him. And maybe take a vow of celibacy like his father.
Serve in the Clone Wars? I don't remember that.
What'd you do today? Oh, my dad cut me in half with a lightsaber a few times.
From a certain point of view.
It was dope.
It was dope.
An application of the Obi Annie, also known as a dragon whip or skirting, by blocking behind his back, and then he in half.
This is certainly a way to settle like domestic disputes. Like, oh, clean your room. I don't want to. Fine, duel me. And if you win, then you don't have to clean your room.
You know what the best part of about this is? It doesn't seem like anybody's left the room.
That's true, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Keith versus Anthony. Anthony's going to his saber staff.
Keith adopting some of those motions we saw from Vince earlier.
Yep. Very much.
Or Zach to a degree.
Using that. Very nice block.
Ooh, good strike there.
Yeah. Very much using that parkour and capoeira stepping. There's a hint of the Jenga there.
Anthony, comfortable 1 or 2 hands with this
Oh
stuff.
yeah, he's very dexterous. Don't let his size fool you.
Not at all. Small hilt for somebody his size, but using it well. Using it well. More the Exar Kun style than the Darth Maul style.
Very, very good and very, very up there to the what we call the special. Love you, everything. Whatever's happening off camera sounds exciting.
I'm very curious.
Oh!
That's what happens when you don't wrap your tip, guys.
Yo, for a second, I thought she legit had a dual face saber, and I was like, when did they start making that?
I'm
That took me by some...
before May 4th. Maybe it'll get here.
Hey.
Those pixel blades from Vader's Bolt to see how that works out.
Nice. Okay, guys. Are those combat ready?
Yes, they are.
Ah. I don't know why I thought they were like strictly like show.
No smiling, says Keith. No smiling.
It's important to look badass in your first picture.
Right. And then the last one has to be the silly one, right?
Oh, poor Bodhi. Didn't anybody give him a real one?
He's got a bar.
There we go. Anthony has an extra one. Hand him the other one. I mean, yeah, it's the dark side.
You're my son and I love you, but not that much. You get to look like I get to work for 5 more years.
That sounds like a meatloaf song.
Bodhi, we love you. You did great, buddy.
Yeah. There it is.
All right, nice job.
Yeah.
Well fought, well produced all around.
Aloha and mahalo.
Yeah, and Ohana and good lay of lightsaber awesomeness.
That was beautiful.
Those Hawaiian words that we don't really know, but unity.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys, if people in the stream heard the explanation of their
Aloha, guys. Thank you. Aloha, guys. Thank you for watching.
concept of raise.
So you guys, I'm gonna come out of the call, but I can't wait to watch and see what you guys said. I'm very curious. But aloha, and thank you.
That was a lot of fun, Keith.
Well done, Keith.
Yeah,
Yes.
well done. Yeah, the concept of raise for Hawaii Saber Academy is, I think, really indicative of what we just saw.
I agree.
The R stands for respect, the A stands for aloha, integrity for the I, and basically the safety for S.
Right.
The etiquette. You know, you saw each time they bowed each time after they separated.
Yep.
They all had the correct safety gear that was asked of them.
Controlled striking.
Very controlled striking. Very much honorable hits and honorable exchanges. When somebody got hit, they said, no, I got hit. That was it. That was great. And you can tell how much fun those guys are having.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There was no, breaking your weapon in half and throwing your helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Game 7 rage fits.
Right. All in all, I thought that was amazing. Actually, that was a great exhibition. It was a bunch of fun, and a bunch of different types of fun.
Yeah.
I gotta be real. It's so late here that I was like worried I was gonna be like a little under present, just based on the clock. But the fighting just energized me in a way that I wasn't ready for, in a pleasantly surprised fashion. So
Nice.
Really fun.
yeah. Very nice. And gentlemen, pleasure watching that with you.
Always.
That
Yes, indeed.
was a lot of fun. And anybody who's been watching, this will not be the last of these you see.
Oh,
Nope.
Especially in the next like 2 months. I think we got at least 2 more slated for the next 2 months.
A lot coming up. Yeah.
I've saved up a lot of holidays.
So
PTO, yo.
Eric,
Yeah.
in a few weeks, Alan and I will see you and Steve for the San Diego Sabres May the 4th tournament.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yes.
Awesome.
Our
So,
3rd annual. Yeah, that sounds right. Maybe 4th.
awesome.
But yeah, that's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be good. A lot of good fighters coming together. 2 different divisions too, so that'll be fun to watch.
Is that Sarlacc and Rancor?
Indeed, it is.
Awesome.
So what does the Sarlacc division and the Rancor division consist of?
So the Sarlacc is for the fighters that are essentially newer or have been doing it for a few months. Maybe it's their first tournament, that kind of stuff. And then the Rancor are for those who have been with the group for a while or are more advanced in their training.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So are we looking at like the Knight division versus the Padawan division, or is there a mixture?
There's kind of a mix.
Cool.
It's a pretty good mix too, from what we've got so far. So it should be entertaining.
And how many people are in each division?
That's a secret.
Ooh. Well, you have to show up and watch the stream to find out, guys.
Indeed, yes. Tune in. It's gonna be good.
So Beat and I will be commentating that one, and anybody else who has a voice and sits next to us. And I'm super excited. So, and then we may be. I know Courtney from Saber Light Knights in Virginia. They're talking about doing a May the 4th tournament. If we can remote stream, that would be fun. But we'll see what happens.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh man, that's.
See what happens.
I can't tell you how disappointed I was when I realized it was still April.
I know. And we're past April 4th though, so we're under a month.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I have basically Avengers Endgame to look forward to, and I think that's my summer.
That's about right. Yeah.
Well,
I have a lot of trips planned, so it's
Nice.
great. I
got a full year. Full year of lightsaber swinging planned out, plus more. I think past a year, tentatively slated. All kinds of different stuff we're doing with both the foundation and that our affiliates are doing by themselves. So
Absolutely. And I'm so excited to see what everybody has cooking in there.
Indeed.
between Penguins and tonight, if everybody's like, "What are they talking about with this Penguin thing?" Not Danny DeVito.
The first thing I thought of.
We did a live stream of the Penguin Saber Academy tournament about 4 weeks ago, and between that tournament and tonight, and I know the San Diego Sabres tournament is going to be great. I'm sure Saber Light Knights are going to have a lot of good fighting in their tournament. So, I don't know, President, what do you say about that?
I say if you are at all available on May the 4th, sign in, sign up,
Yeah,
check out the live stream, or show up.
yeah. If you're in the area,
Like photos.
have a beer with us. Where's the location?
Right?
Where's the actual location of the tournament?
The brewery. It's at a local brewery here in town. waiting on the name. I don't recall it off the top of my head. But two kids. Okay, two kids brewery.
Kids brewery.
I hope those kids are over 21, eh?
It's actually 2 baby goats.
Two kids brewery.
Two kids there. Yeah.
Drink beers with us prior to the tournament, and don't drink beers prior to swinging a lightsaber.
Yes.
But after swinging a lightsaber, totally different.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm so excited about that. There's some awesome stuff that SMA is working on. Thanks to Club Diller. And
hey, we're trying real hard. Steve and I have been really trying hard.
and
we'll get it working.
I'm slowly starting to amass a little Borg army out here.
Yep.
Nice.
Arizona that can maybe caravan over to all our crazy events.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
And I'm a fan of the desert too, so we'll be out there.
Yeah, that's the thing is like it'd be great to have an event here, but for half the year our place is like the surface of the sun. It's kind of how that works.
Yo, for our Sith academies, it's all about that pain and punishment. You know?
Not Tatooine, it's Mustafar.
The way of life.
Yeah, that lava isn't lava; it's just the asphalt, just reflecting back all the heat.
Indeed.
There you go. Thanks for joining us. If you've stayed this long, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
They're watching the stream.
They probably haven't visited sabermartialarts.com yet, but they will.
SaberMartialArts.com. That's the best place to go if you want to learn about the Saber Martial Arts Foundation, I believe.
Yeah.
There's other places you can find the different members of our esteemed, I guess, quorum? Is that
Something like that, yeah.
I like anything that sounds good.
food?
Saber Board Collective. Wow.
Yeah, because, I am the Saber Board. Anything that has to do with sabers, I tend to assimilate. And it's kind of a fun thing to be a part of. The lightsaber guy? Who? The guy that, when he smiles, his eyes disappear? That guy. I don't know who I was impersonating. That was just weird.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's late where you are, Fode, but yeah, it's getting late for me.
I don't even know what time it is anymore. That's how late it is.
I don't know. It's for you?
2:30.
I was close.
2:30.
But yeah, Fode, where can they find you?
StarBarbecuePod.com, Facebook.com/StarBarbecuePod. Hashtag think with your stomach. You'll see some of the good food I cooked up and some of the drunkenness of Bede. And you'll get to see me pull a lightsaber to my hand using the Force.
I have some.
That's a fun little thing on our Instagram feed. Anywhere StarBarbecue can be found.
Nice.
StarBarbecues are sold.
You can find me at PhoenixSaber.com or SaberMartialArts.com.
Yep.
Get it over to Eric.
Yes, find us at SanDiegoSabers.net and San Diego Sabers on most forms of media that is social.
Star Wars ruined my life, I believe.
Yeah.
Also true. Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
I
Yeah.
guess we just say bye now.
1, 2, 3.
Bye.
We're clear.
Good thing I brushed my teeth. I held my news.
Oh, thank you. It's okay. I took you off the screen. You're fine.
I don't want to say one stream is better than another. It feels like we're getting I don't know, used to this. This is a good feeling we've been having. The last couple.
We're making steps every time. I was